Hello and welcome to Braintree High School here for senior night as the Braintree baseball team getting set to take on Walpole. Mike Wass will bring you the coverage here on BCAM TV as we get ready for the ceremony before the game to honor the Braintree seniors. Unsure if they're going to use the PA or not here to announce the players, but I'll try and give the players as well. But a big game on tap to follow the ceremony.
Testing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Braintree High School, where tonight we are celebrating the class of 2022 seniors Braintree High baseball team.
Right now, assistant coach Cam Fox giving a speech before announcing the players.
Starting first, number 1, with his parents Tara and Mike, Matt Garrity.
Number 1 for Braintree is Matt Garrity.
Next, with his parents Kathy and Rick and his brother Tyler, number 5, Josh Donovan.
Now, Josh Donovan.
Next up, with his mother daughter, number 7, Aiden Albertine.
Third Braintree senior is Aiden Albertine.
Next up, joined by his parents, Kristen and Jeff, and his sister Anne Marie, number 9, Jeff Sharon.
Now the DH here today for Braintree with Jeff Jaron.
Next, joined by his mother Stacy, number 12, the Hammer, Paul Hamilton.
Another Braintree senior, this will be Paul Hamilton.
Next up, joined by his parents Cheryl and Eric, number 13, Tyler Curtis.
Next up for Braintree will be their closer. Pitches quite often here during the season is Tyler Curtis. Braintree shortstop, Jordan Gorham.
Joined by his parents Stacy and John, number 23, Josh Morelli.
And today's starting pitcher and senior, Josh Morelli.
And finally, the man behind the scenes, our manager, joined by his grandmother Maria, mother Daphne, cousin Leo, cousin Lily, and sister Melissa. We have Manny Fernandez.
And the Braintree manager, Manny Fernandez, final senior.
Let's have one last round of applause for the class of 2022 Braintree High baseball team.
And all the seniors lined up on the third base line. Getting ready for one last team photo of all the seniors, and then we will bring you back the top half of the first. You're watching Braintree baseball, getting set to take on Walpole. We'll be right back. Getting ready for the top half of the first as Morelli winds and fires, and the first pitch is smacked to shortstop. Gorham back, long throw, and the throw takes him off the bag, and the leadoff man will be aboard. So the throw was there in time, but had to stretch him off the bag, and that will put the leadoff man aboard on an infield single. And if you join late, it is senior night here for Braintree. and one of the Braintree seniors pitching, as it's Morelli giving up the game's first hit, as Finkelstein is aboard, the center fielder. And the pitch, this one is hit hard and through the right side of the infield. So back-to-back hits on the first two pitches here of the game. So Preto is aboard, and they have gone after the first two. Got some good contact. Unfortunate sequence for Braintree on the first ground ball. As the Braintree defense in a little bit in here on the grass, expecting a potential bunt, but now backing up and not expecting it here from the catcher Kilroy, batting in the 3 spot in the order. Here in the top half of the first inning, and that's a fastball in for a strike. So Morelli continuing to pound the strike zone, but obviously giving up a couple hits early as he tries to get the game's first out here in the top half of the first. As 2 lead with nobody out. And the off-speed pitch is a called strike. Good spot on the outside corner. Quickly ahead 0-2. And the off-speed is in there for strike 3, and down he goes on 3 pitches. So a big strikeout for Morelli. So the Braintree defense, as we saw the first out, it'll be Albertine in left, DiMartino in center field, and Carney playing in right. And across the diamond, it'll be O'Rourke at third, with Gorham at shortstop, Donovan at second, and Fitzgerald at first. As the pitch is outside, Surrett doing the catching for Morelli. Really no changes, with the exception of Morelli obviously pitching, generally playing third. As the ball down in the dirt. So very quickly a 2-0 count here to the cleanup hitter, Olis. So 2 singles in the inning, a strikeout, as Braintree has the first out here of the inning. And the right-hander is ready and does not get the call in the outside corner, and he's fallen behind 3-0. See if he has the green light on the 3-0 count, batting in the cleanup spot. Good size lead over at first. And the pitch is down and not close, as Braintree has allowed the bases to load up. And a very tough spot here for Braintree here in the first inning. Bases are loaded with just the 1 out, as Janowicz will bat, the first baseman. Defense coming in at third on the corner of the grass. Braintree hoping to limit the damage here in the inning. As Morelli winds, and the off-speed pitch again, call the ball. So that's 5 straight outside the zone after striking out the hitter. Walked on 4, and now another ball thrown. Ready, and that one's in there for a strike. So he evens the count at 1-1.
Mia, I'm watching you.
And the pitch on the way. This one hit hard out to center field, coming in, and that's going to drop down as the base runner will score from third. Everybody will move up on the RBI hit, dropping in front of the Braintree center fielder, DiMartino, and just like that, a 1-0 lead for the visitors as Braintree has now allowed 3 singles and a walk in the inning, and it's not done. We're in the top half as Braintree falls behind again here at home. So Morelli trying to find his way out of this inning. So already surrendered the 1 run. And the fastball in there for a strike, starting out in front. A 1 on the way and a big swing and a miss. The off-speed pitch had him fooled. So the only out of the inning, a strikeout. Really would really like another one here. And the 0-2, and he just missed off the plate. Another good spot on the outside corner. We had a strikeout looking earlier in the inning. Trying to do it again. One-two pitch on the way, and again downstairs. The DH Blakely batting in the 6th spot in the order. Walpole's had some good at-bats here in the first inning. Putting the pressure on the Braintree pitching. Off speed, and he got him. So Morelli's 2nd strikeout of the inning. And if he could somehow find his way out with just the 1 run, that's a huge win for Braintree. Brings up the outfielder, right fielder Walsh. It's Braintree trying to smother up here on the infield. Get that final out. It's going to be a big turning point in this game if Braintree can get out of it with just the 1 run allowed. And this one hit hard, and it's into the outfield as 1 run will come across. Here comes the 2nd, and the runner will head to 3rd as well as the 2-out hit comes through with 2 RBI. So Braintree not able to do that. And Walpole takes full advantage of the early start as Braintree going to start to loosen somebody up in the bullpen as Morelli has been hit hard in the inning. So a 3-0 lead now for the visitors as they're at the corners with 2 outs. And it'll be Curtis getting ready to loosen up in the bullpen. See if Walpole tries to steal 2nd here with the runners at the corners. And the first pitch is up. So this will bring up Domino batting in the 8th spot. Hit her away from batting all the way through here in this first inning. So certainly not what Braintree had in mind here on senior night as this one's grounded to the middle of the infield. Shortstop Gorham over to 2nd, and that'll do it. And Morelli gives up 3 runs here in the top half of the inning as Braintree able to get him to strand 2, but the Bats will be down 3-0 when they get an opportunity in the bottom half of this inning. Bottom half of the first inning, Braintree down 3-0 as Gorham stands in and takes the first pitch for a strike from the pitcher Hazel. So Braintree spotting 3 runs in the top half, and that might be the final inning we see Morelli pitch as Braintree continuing with some action in the bullpen. Was able to get the final out on a ground out to short, but a big 2-out, 2-run hit. The difference right now, you give up 1 run with the bases loaded, that's not a big deal, but giving up that 2-run hit with 2 outs, that hurt. As this one's popped up and out of play. that one in there on the outside corner, and Gorham down on strikes here to begin the game in the bottom half. So certainly not what Gorham wanted to do to lead things off. He's been getting on base at a pretty good clip here on the season, but retired to begin the bottom half. As the pitch on the way to Carney, who takes the pitch outside. Playing right field here today. And the 1-0 pitch is outside. So Braintree hoping for a base runner. They'll take it any way they can get it. Down by 3, just chip away. Plenty of time left in this game. As that's a strike, lower half of the zone. And the off-speed pitch drops in, and now evens the count at 2-2. And that's in there for a called third strike, and for the second straight batter, Braintree down on strikes, and that's going to drive head coach O'Connell crazy, taking a called third strike, 2 straight hitters. Would assume that the stuff's pretty good out of the gates here for Hazel, but obviously not the way you want to go down without a swing. And the pitch is down and away. So 1-0 count on the way to the Braintree DH as Sharon sends that one, or actually Braintree had made a change here. This is Sharon batting in Donovan's spot. We'll have to see what other changes are involved. As the off-speed pitch is dribbled foul. Must have been a very late change in the lineup. Went down about 15 minutes before the start. And Braintree obviously with a lineup change. With 2 strikes on the hitter, and this one popped up, and that's going to reach foul territory. So the first 2 have been retired in the bottom half of the first by strikeout. And now an opportunity here for the pitcher, Hazel, to strike out the side after Braintree surrendered 3 in the top half of the inning. And the pitch, and that just missed. Off speed, and this one gets away, but obviously with nobody on base, not a big deal. But the count continuing to grow. As the pitcher winds and fires, this one popped up a mile high on the infield. And the shortstop ranging and puts it away to end the frame, and Braintree goes in order here in the bottom half of the first inning as we head to the second. Braintree down 3-0. Top half of the second inning as it is Morelli back out on the mound, and Braintree with another game tomorrow really cannot afford to just have 1 inning from their pitcher. As it's the number 9 hitter, and he takes 2 quick strikes. And the off speed down in the dirt, no swing. couple of strikeouts back in the first. Base is clear here to begin the inning. 2 strikes, 1 and 2 on the way. And that's in there, strike 3 and a third K here for Morelli as he starts off in style here in the second. So we'll see if Morelli can really settle into this game, give some quality innings, put up some zeros, allow the offense to get an opportunity to get right back in this game.
No, slow down.
So back to the top of the order.
It's all right.
For Finkelstein, who led off with a single on an infield hit. And now the pitch is upstairs. Morelli winds and fires and a ground ball. This one middle of the infield, second baseman now coming over and the throw across in time. He's got him on a bang bang play. Nice play made there. So nice play all around. And that was Hamilton who came in to play second base in the spot of Donovan. Nice play by him to range, make that throw. Good stretch as well. And there's 2 quick outs. So see if Braintree can get a quick 1-2-3 inning. And the pitch upstairs. Strikeout and a ground out to second. Defense all the way back on the infield with the exception at third, right even at the dirt and the grass. As a strike is pounded in by Morelli. And a ground ball hit, middle of the infield again. It's Hamilton. He makes the pick. The throw is in time, and a couple of nice defensive plays by Hamilton, who again got the start late here in this game, and Braintree able to get him in order this time as we head to the bottom half of the second. 3-0 Walpole. Bottom half of the second, DiMartino leading things off. And the pitch is outside. So we'll see if the bats can get going. 4, 5, and 6 expected here in the second inning. As Hazel winds and fires, this one hit hard out to center, and it'll be over the head of the lunging shortstop. As Braintree has their first base runner first hit. So we'll see if that gets the offense started. Bringing up Surrett now. And this one hit hard out to right field. That's going to get down. And the runner will go from first to third as the throw will be in the direction of second base. And a nice piece of hitting by Surrett as they have him at the corners and Braintree's offense kick-started. So Braintree in business here in the second, with the tying run coming to the plate in the form of Fitzgerald. And the pitch, and that's down. Runners at the corners. 1-0 count to Fitzgerald. And this one hit hard to the middle of the infield and through. and Braintree with 3 straight hits, and now a run as Fitzgerald with the RBI single up the middle. And everybody hitting now for the Wamps in the second. So Morelli's clean inning gave the offense a chance, and now momentum has shifted as the tying runs now aboard. Bringing up Albertine. Infield in at the corners, expecting a bunt, and Braintree drops it down. Nice bunt down the third baseline. It's going to be a tough play. Mishandled, and the runner will reach. A perfect bunt executed by Albertine as he legs out the infield hit. And Braintree with the bases juiced here with nobody out. That ball, even if it was played, would have been a bang-bang play at first. And once it got past the pitcher and it was double clutched, you knew he was going to reach. As Hamilton now will bat. Playing second base, had a couple nice putouts in the top half of this inning. So Braintree with an excellent opportunity. Down 3-1. And the pitch is going to be high. Nowhere to put him. And this all happened quickly. 4 consecutive hits for Braintree here in the inning. And that one down in the dirt, and he is sitting in the driver's seat, probably taking at least 2 pitches here with a 3-0 count against, and he has to throw a strike. So the pitcher getting ready, and he missed on 4 pitches, and that'll bring in a second run, and now a meeting from the head coach as Braintree has struck for 2. So the Wamps right back in this game. The base is juiced, still nobody out. And it will bring up Morelli batting in the 9th spot. And a very quick move towards the bullpen for Walpole as they get somebody going, and they're going to warm up in a hurry. Looks like Conroy going to be the pitcher, the reliever getting ready, but Braintree could do some serious damage here. They've had some really big innings this season, none bigger than the inning they had against Brockton earlier this year where they scored 11 runs. Funny enough, that was in the second inning as well, which Braintree scored twice so far. So a chance here for Morelli to help out his own cause on the mound. And the pitch on the way, and this one popped up and out of play, went after the first pitch. Got a good fastball to hit too. After a pitcher throws 4 straight balls, you're expecting a fastball right down the heart of the plate, and he got it, just unfortunately didn't hit it in fair play. It was a good pitch. And he takes a strike on the outside corner now, and he's down in the hole 0-2. Gorham will be up next. As the pitcher missed upstairs. That one came out of his hand awkwardly.
They could at least get 2,700.
And now a meeting at the mound. This is partially to give some time for the reliever to warm up. Obviously, you got a long way to go, but we'll see what Braintree can do here as this second inning continues. Bases are loaded, still nobody out. And the pitch on the way to Morelli, and he got him on strikes. A big out. First out of the inning. So this will bring up the shortstop Gorham, who would like to atone for a strikeout back in the first inning. Good opportunity to do some damage. First pitch swinging, and it's through into left field. as one run scores. Here comes the tying run, actually the go-ahead run, as Braintree strikes 4-2 on the hit from Gorham. And they go in front 4-3. So Gorham going right after the first pitch, and he drills it through the left side of the infield. As the Wamps continue to hit the ball hard here in the second inning. And it looked like Walpole was going to have themselves a good opportunity here in this game, striking for 3 in the first, but the Braintree offense has awoken. And they are not done at all here in this inning. Wonder what Braintree will do here with the runners at the corners. We've seen them try a squeeze play here this season. We'll see if they try it here with 1 out. This is really the time to do it if you're going to try it. With the runner at third and Carney at the dish. And they try it. They're going to, but the runner goes back to third and the runner steals second. So Braintree did have that play in mind, but instead Gorham steals second base. So now 2 base runners in scoring position. A 4-3 lead for Braintree, all 4 of the runs coming here in the inning. And the pitch to Carney is outside. So a big change in this game as the home team has scored 4 times and still just 1 out, and runners at second and third. Have not seen an extra base hit yet for Braintree, but all singles, and they have really helped out in this inning. Braintree was also aided by a walk that brought in a run. So Hazel continuing to pitch, but there is action in the bullpen. And the pitch, and that is called the ball, as that will be another walk. That's the second of the inning. So Carney draws the walk, and it brings up Charon, who popped up to shortstop his first time. He has certainly some very good pop in the bat. Let's see if he can drive one here, as the first pitch is upstairs. And right now, the pitcher a little bit wild. Certainly don't want to help him out. A lot of room in the gap in left center field. We'll see if he takes it out there. He has that power to that side of the outfield, as the pitch is pounded in for a strike. DiMartino would bat if we get there next. Right now, the focus on the hitter, Charon, as that one's down in the dirt, and a nice stop behind the plate. Able to block that one down. Bases reloaded for the Wamps here in the bottom half of the second. 5 hits, 2 walks in the inning for Braintree. Strikeout, the only out for that they got Morelli on. And the pitch, again, is off the plate, and he continues to not be able to find the strike zone. Nowhere to put him. Opportunity here for Braintree to add another run or 2. And a ground ball hit hard to shortstop and through as 1 run comes home. Here comes a second, and Braintree in business here with a 6th spot on the board. Second straight hit through that left side of the infield. And that might do it here for the starter, who got hammered around here in the second inning. Still have not seen the signal to the bullpen, but I can only imagine that will be the case. Just trying to buy some time for his pitcher. But Braintree had an aggressive mindset here in the second inning, trailing 3-0, and it has really paid off, as we do see the signal to the bullpen, and Braintree with a monster inning still going with just 1 out, 6 runs on the board, a 6-3 lead. As we have a pitching change, we'll take a break, and we'll be back. Pitching change as Conroy comes out of the bullpen to pitch, comes in with 2 on and just the 1 out. As he faces DiMartino, goes after the first pitch. This one hit out to left field, and it's playable. And 1 pitch and 1 out. So DiMartino, who began the inning with a single, is retired here for the 2nd out of the frame. And it'll bring up Surratt. Also singled earlier this inning. So Braintree with 6 runs on the board, all of them coming here in this second inning. And the first pitch, this is popped up and playable, as the first baseman wants to play it, and he will make the play in fair territory. So Walpole comes in and shuts down in 2 pitches and gets 2 outs as they get Braintree to end the frame. But 6 runs all scored by Braintree here in this inning as they lead 6-3 as we head to the third. Top of the third, Morelli back out for another inning of work as that's in there for ball 1. A pretty good spot. Three, 4, and 5 hitters for the Timberwolves here in the inning as that one's knocked back off the screen. So Kilroy batting, he struck out looking back in the first inning. Braintree with a 3-run lead thanks to a big 6-run inning in the second as Morelli winds and missed down. And the pitch, as this one is spoiled off, and again off the backstop. He's got 2 strikes. So again, Morelli got him on strikes, looking back in the first, trying to do it again here in the third. He's got 3 strikeouts to his credit as he battles here in the top half of the third. The right-hander ready, winds and fires, and this one middle of the infield and through the left side. Past O'Rourke, and then Gorham tried to get a look at it, but it got by him as well. And Walpole getting the leadoff man on. So it brings up Oles here in the cleanup spot. He walked his only plate appearance. Decent lead over at first base. Fitzgerald holding him close. Now he brings a step back towards that first base bag, so not a big lead now, as the pitch drops in there for a strike. So Walpole trying to battle back from a 3-run deficit as they had the lead man on. And Braintree now looking for the first out here in the third. Really like to see another ground ball, something they could turn 2 on. And the play over to first, a pretty close play, but he's back safely. So the runner leads. And the pitch to the plate, and that's down in the dirt, and no advance. Good play by Surratt. He was able to track that one. So the lead man on for the cleanup hitter, Oles. Check on over at first. And they're going to call interference on Fitzgerald here, and that's going to drive head coach O'Connell crazy. The umpire saying that Fitzgerald was blocking the bag on the dive back in, which is the reason for the call for interference here. I don't think I've ever seen that. Many years announcing, never seen that call.
No outs. Don't look at the scoreboard. No outs.
Pitch on the way, and this one down in the dirt, and Surrett again has to stop it. So leadoff single, and then interference called on Fitzgerald at first base on the dive back in, giving a free base, which is where he stands now at second, with nobody out. Top half of this third inning. And the pitch, and he got it by him. Big swing, but no contact this time. Five hits so far for Walpole here through 2+. 3 Ks for Morelli. As the pitch on the way, and this one is roped to left, but foul. So a full count here, and the pitch, and this one hit hard out to left field, tracking back, still going back, and it's up and over the head of Albertine as the base runner will score. The throw to second base will not be in time, and the run comes home. So a 6-4 game now as Morelli is tagged on that long hit to left field. And it brings up Janowitz, who had an RBI hit back in the first inning. So 3 runs for Walpole back in the first. Their first run coming here in this third, as they have a runner at second, still nobody out. As the pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike. Braintree has not had any action up here in the inning. And what has turned into a high-scoring game here in the early part of this third inning. And no strike this time as Morelli with the look in. Count evens at 1-1. So that interference called on the Braintree first baseman Fitzgerald coming into play on that last hit. May not have scored on the double as the ball gets away now and the base runner heads to third. So things certainly not going Braintree's way here to begin this third. After jumping out to a 3-run cushion, Braintree's already given 1 back, and they're in danger of giving up a couple. Defense is back. They'd give up a run in the middle of the infield. Everything back to the mound or third. As this one's popped up. And it is Gorham coming back. DiMartino coming in. He makes the catch, and that's not going to be deep enough to bring home the run. So Braintree gets the out without any production. Not able to drive that one deep enough to bring home the run. And Braintree certainly likes that. That was a tough ball for the shortstop Gorham, and it was a good thing that DiMartino was able to get there in time. Certainly would not have been a ball you want to see drop in between 2 players, but he made a nice running catch. As Braintree gets the first out here of the frame. Runner still at third, and it brings up Blakely, who struck out in his only plate appearance and takes the first pitch for ball 1. Pretty nice night for some baseball here at Braintree High School. Slight wind. Temperatures in the mid-60s. It's Braintree with a 6-4 lead. And a big swing and a miss, no contact. Pitch on the way, and he did not go after that as the ball was down in the dirt. Signs being relayed in to the Braintree catcher, Surratt, who then relays it to his pitcher, Morelli. He's got the first out here of this third inning on the pop-up to center. Runner at third. And the pitch again is down low. As Braintree pitching carefully here to Blakely. Need to throw a strike here for Morelli. And he winds and fires, and he missed outside. So now puts the runners at the corners. That'll be the second walk surrendered by Morelli. And this puts Braintree in a spot here with runners at the corners. The tying run's now on. Neither side's pitching has been dominant here today, with obviously the 10 runs scored. We've already seen Walpole go into their bullpen. Braintree had someone warming, but continuing to have Morelli on the mound as he throws a strike this time. Big opportunity here for the Timberwolves to potentially get within a run. Maybe even tie this game up here in the inning. As the pitch, call the ball. An extra hold there from Surratt, and Braintree obviously not liking some of these calls. One out here in the inning. They're at the corners. 6-4 lead for Braintree. And that's a strike as he darts back out of the way. So Walsh, who had a big 2-run hit back in the first inning, Braintree really needing an out here. Two strikes on the hitter as he goes to a fake to first, then to third, and he throws it away. And Braintree with a throwing error. And it makes it a 6-5 game on the throwing error. And a big throwing error. Really wasn't a need for it either. As he winds and fires, and he gets him on strikes. So a very frustrating sequence there as Braintree gives up the run instead of a strikeout. A throwing error makes it 6-5. And it's just a 1-run game. Here with 2 outs, the base runner stands at second. Tying run over at second base here with 2 outs. Top half of the third inning. And now a runner to third. Braintree with 2 wild pitches here in the inning, which have factored in. So Surratt, who generally is able to block down a lot at the tough ball to handle. Anytime the ball bounces in front of the plate, very tough to keep that in front of you. And now the way you think about it, that would have scored the run anyway. So not that you're thinking that way, but the base runner would have scored on the wild pitch, but certainly not a throwing error that you want to see. And now the runner stands just 90 feet away at third base, the tying run. And a ground ball hits the left side of the infield, and he scores. So Braintree has been unable to hold on to a 6-3 lead, and it's a 6-6 game now. So all the extra bases Braintree has given away here in this inning, and they've all come around to score. It's turning into a slugfest, as this one is knocked foul right off the leg of the hitter who's shaken up. He who struck out, batting in the 9th spot. So an RBI hit by Domino ties this game up at 6 here in the top half of the 3rd. And Morelli continuing to pitch here. Braintree riding the right-hander. Generally, when you see Braintree and Walpole play, you expect to see a low-scoring, highly contested game. This is highly contested, but not low-scoring. The way this is going, we might see both sides nearing the 10-run mark at some point here in this game. Unless all of a sudden we see the pitching just ratchet up here and buckle in. Pitch on the way, and that is cut on and missed, and for the second time here in this game, he gets but 3 runs for Walpole to tie this game up as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd in a 6-6 game. Bottom half of the 3rd in a tie game at 6 as Fitzgerald leads off, and the first pitch is cut on and missed. Had an RBI single up the middle last time he batted. So 3 has been the magic number here for Walpole in this game. 3 in the 1st, 3 in the 3rd. Braintree with the 6th spot in the 2nd, and that's where we stand as Fitzgerald drives it through the left side of the infield. Everything finding its way through on both sides. Neither defense really been able to knock anything down as both sides pounding the baseball. Second hit of the game, 2nd single for Fitzgerald. As it brings up Albertine, who singled on a bunt last time. See if he tries it again. There's a lot of room down that 3rd baseline. Now the defender coming in on the grass, maybe expecting the same thing. And he thought about it, but then takes it back and takes the pitch inside. So Braintree again with some action out in the bullpen. 2 pitchers up there in the bullpen, presumably to start the 4th inning, as Morelli has surrendered all 6 of those runs. As the pitch is bunted towards the mound, the play is to 2nd, the throw's low and it's dug out. So not a great throw, but a nice play by the shortstop. And a big play, because that ball could have easily gone into center field. And the bunt this time does not advance the base runner. And it brings up Hamilton, who drew a walk and had an RBI in the process. First pitch, cutting at the pitch upstairs, and no contact. Second time here today we've seen a helicopter fly overhead. As the runner stands at first, Albertine with 1 out. And the pitch, and that is outside. So the pitcher in for his 2nd inning, first full inning of work, Conroy, on the mound right now, responsible for the base runner. And that's cut on and missed as Hamilton again can't catch up to it on a pitch upstairs. Morelli would be up next in the 9th spot. And that is a called 3rd strike on the outside corner, and Hamilton didn't like the call. So this will bring up Morelli, trying to help himself out if he does come back into pitch in the fourth. Currently, right now, the pitcher for Braintree. As the pitch is in for a strike. Morelli struck out back in the second inning. And Braintree with 2 outs. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to steal a base here to get that base runner over to second. Not going on the pitch as it's knocked to the screen. Braintree did get the leadoff man on, but unable to advance him to this point. Back and forth, we continue to battle here in this game, tied at 6. As Morelli with a wild swing and a miss, and down on strikes he goes for the second time in the game. As 2 strikeouts in the inning for Conroy as Braintree strands another base runner. They've left 3 on now through 3 as we head to the 4th in a 6-6 game. Play resuming here in the top half of the 4th inning. Braintree has gone into the bullpen as Morelli was injured, and it will be a pitching change as the pitch is outside. So Curtis coming in here to pitch. And that one is away as it's the top of the order for Walpole. And that one missed. And after throwing a first pitch strike, 3 straight outside the zone. So Finkelstein, atop the order, the center fielder, has a hit in this game and again hits it through the left side. Braintree has not been able to knock anything down on that left side. It continues to get by the dive of O'Rourke over at third. Second hit, second single. As Walpole again trying to score here in the inning. Tie game at 6, as that's a first pitch strike. Fitzgerald looking to keep him close at first base for Preto, who has a single and a ground out. And this one's popped back and out of play. So he's got 2 strikes on him. Part of the shortstop for Walpole. And a nice pick on a play back to second base. Back in the bottom half of the 3rd on a bunt try. And this one foul tipped and held on to for strike 3. Down he goes. So a nice play by Surrett. Able to hold on to that one. Base runner standing at first now with 1 out. And the pitch. It's outside to the catcher Kilroy, who has struck out and singled. 1 for 2 here today. So Curtis now had to enter this game here in this 4th inning due to an injury by the Braintree starter Morelli. And the pitch just off the plate. Another close pitch, not going his way. Right-hander getting ready as this one is hit hard and foul. Runner at first with 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning and a tie game at 6. And the fastball missed outside. So 3 balls now. And And this one hit towards third base. It is going to be O'Rourke. He's going to have to go across to first. And the throw is not in time. He double clutched. And the throw did not get there. He was going to go to second, but must have been a good enough lead. And he was not able to make the throw to second. And didn't have enough juice on the throw to get it there in time. That's a really big spot there. Should have been a second out, one way or the other. We'll have to go down as an error on that play. Should have been an out there for the Wamps. As that's a strike pounded in. So now 2-on. That's the Braintree defense playing back. And the pitch is cut on and missed by Oles. Had an RBI double last time. Has also walked. Has yet to be retired. But Braintree again with 2 strikes on the hitter. Really could use a strikeout here. Try and fool him. There's Curtis winds and fires. And he went down, but no swing. And a big swing and a miss, and he got him. Nice pitch from Curtis. So a second out here of the inning. So he gets the cleanup man. And it brings up the 5-hitter, Jenowitz, playing first base. He has a hit and a pop-up. He's 1 for 2. Also been responsible for an RBI. As Braintree looking to get out of this inning. And the first pitch is a little bit high. Strike zone has not been big, that's for sure. Both sides have had a couple of peers in. Seen a handful of walks. 12 runs scored in this game as the pitch is downstairs. 2-on and 2 out. Here in the top half of the 4th inning as Braintree trailed 3-0, then went ahead 6-3, and Walpole battled back to tie it at 6, which is where we stand, and he's now in the driver's seat. And this one gets away, and it doesn't matter on ball 4. Might actually hit the hitter. So the bases are now loaded here with 2 outs in the 4th. So both sides have had the bases loaded multiple times here in this game. And it brings up Blakely, who has struck out and walked. As Curtis ready, and the first pitch is low. Right now having issues throwing a strike. And the pitch, that's a strike. So 1-1 now the count. As Curtis finds the strike zone again, and he's ahead in the count. Big spot here for Curtis, trying to get out of this inning without any damage. Winds and fires off speed, and he did not get the called 3rd strike. The umpire flinched a bit, and it looked like he was going to call it, and does not. And that looked for certain like it was going to be a called 3rd strike. Looked like a real good pitch. As Curtis ready, and this time he gets him on strikes. As Walpole leaves him loaded here in the 4th inning, as Braintree gets the momentum back on their side in a 6-6 game as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom four, first pitch is a strike. It'll be the top of the Braintree order. As Gorham leads things off, had a 2-run hit last time. And in a 6-6 game, trying to find his way on base. And this one hit hard, left side of the infield and through. Another base hit. That ball really just going hard off the bat on both sides here today. It's not really a warm day. Really mild for this time of the year. And now it'll bring up Kearney, and in a tie game, we'll see if Kearney gets an opportunity to lay down a bunt. Instead, he goes after the first pitch and pops it up on the infield. Tough play for the catcher, and he does make a lunging catch. Would have been a much easier play for either the third baseman or pitcher there, with the back towards the dugout. So Kearney not getting the job done there. So bring up Charon, who had a 2-run hit last time as well. And the pitch on the way, and the off-speed pitch catches the outside corner. So the starter for Walpole tagged for all 6 runs. That was Hazel. Since coming into the game, Conroy has not surrendered a run. He's had a base runner in the last 2 innings, but Braintree has not scored. As time is called at the dish. DiMartino to bat next. And this one is popped back and out of play. So Braintree with a big strikeout to end the top half of this inning with the bases juiced. As Walpole has now left 6 aboard, Braintree has left 3 on through the first 3. With batting and with 1 on right now. As the pitch is up. See who wants the lead. And this one hit hard, left side of the infield, a double play potential, over to second for 1, back to first, not in time. So the lead runner is taken off the bases. So ground out, but able to reach on the fielder's choice. And this one is hit towards right field, but a foul ball. That's going to drop harmlessly. As DiMartino has singled and flied out to left. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 4th in a tie game at 6. Walpole 11-7 on the season. Braintree coming off of a tough loss on the road to Natick. I'll have to check in on the Braintree schedule, but at last glance they were 12-5. The pitch, and that is called a ball on another close pitch. Seen some good pitches called balls in this game by both sides. And this one hit to the left side of the infield. The shortstop with a long throw. It's going to be close, and just in time he got him at first base as DiMartino is retired to end the inning. And Braintree strands 1. They've left now 4 on through the first 4 innings as we head to the 5th in a 6-6 game. Top half of the 5th inning. Tie game at 6. As it'll be another inning of relief. Curtis in for another inning, as he thought about going after that, but does not swing. Pitch on the way to Walsh, and that's cut on and missed. Seven, 8, and 9 hitters for the Timberwolves here in the inning. And the right-hander ready, and this one hit hard out to center field. DiMartino tracking back, continuing to carry back, and he makes the catch a couple steps in front of the fence as that ball carried pretty well. But a big put out here to begin the inning. As it brings up Domino, who grounded out to short and had an RBI hit last time. That's a first pitch strike. Right-hander ready, and another foul ball. So he's sitting in the driver's seat now, 0-2. He's got some pitches to work with. And down on strikes as he's got his 4th strikeout in relief. Nice quick first 2 outs for Curtis as he tries to get him in order. And this is the number 9 hitter, he who has struck out twice. As the first pitch is low. Braintree in the bottom half of this inning. We'll have the 5, 6, 7 hitters up. As that's a strike, pounded in there. So Curtis looking to make quick work here of the Walpole bats. As he's ready, winds and fires, and this one is knocked foul on a defensive swing. As he's head in the count now, 1-2. Again, he has struck out twice here in this game. He's in danger of going down, potentially a 3rd time. As Curtis ready, winds and fires, and he gets him. And just like that, back-to-back Ks, 1, 2, 3. And the Timberwolves with nothing to speak of in the inning as the Braintree bats bat in a 6-6 game in the bottom half of the 5th. Bottom 5 as Surratt leads things off, first pitch. And that one's upstairs. So Surratt here in the game with a single and a pop-up. As that pitch missed outside, and he's sitting in with a 2-0 count. Braintree would desperately like to get the lead man on and try and get the go-ahead run aboard. As the pitcher ready, and he missed badly, and 3 straight outside the zone. So one would assume Surratt, who's been a pretty good hitter this year, is also a catcher, so he's got a good eye. Probably take at least a couple pitches here. And he takes, and that's 4 pitches and a walk. So he is aboard here to begin the frame. And now we'll see if Braintree gets a pinch runner for him. Haven't seen a signal for it. So he'll stay on the bases. And it brings up Fitzgerald with a pair of singles here in this game, 2 for 2. And he is asked to bunt. He drops it down, a pretty good one, as the pitcher will throw high to first, and he makes the play. So Fitzgerald, who had a 2 for 2 day at the plate, gets the job done with the sacrifice. You wondered maybe they give him a chance to hit, but Braintree in a tie game, looking for that go-ahead run. Certainly understand why you do it, but Fitzgerald has swung a good bat here today. Maybe give him a crack at it, but they decide against it. And the pitch on the way to Albertine. That's a called strike. As Walpole now getting some action started out in their bullpen. As Newhall now getting set to go out in the bullpen. Go-ahead run standing at second with 1 out. As the pitcher steps off. So Conroy in some trouble here in this 5th inning. As the pitch on the way, hit hard and through into right field. As the runner is going to be sent around, that ball dies out there in right field, and it brings home the go-ahead score. As Albertine delivers here in the bottom of the 5th, the go-ahead run, and Braintree jumps in front again, 7-6. So that's the 2nd hit of the game for Albertine. As it brings up Hamilton. So Braintree's sacrifice right into play there on the RBI single through the right side of the infield. And the pitch to Hamilton popped up towards foul territory. Getting ready for the pitch, and this one hit hard out to left field, and this is going to be playable. So Hamilton retired on the fly out to left field. And with Morelli injured, it'll be the Braintree pitcher Curtis here, I believe, hitting in this spot here in the 9th spot in the order. Haven't seen him hit this year. Sure he does at some point, but have not seen him hit. As that one is spoiled off. Pretty good cut at that pitch. Pitch is outside. So Braintree with the 7-6 lead here with 2 outs, runner at first, and the pitch is knocked out of play. So Curtis hitting in this spot in the order. And the pitcher spot, as Albertine, who provided the game's go-ahead run, stands at first. And the pitch, and a hard hit ball through the left side of the infield and through, as Curtis delivers. So Curtis, not called upon very often here this year to hit with the bat, does so successfully, and it gives an opportunity for Braintree to get Gorham an opportunity with the bat. Already's got 2 hits in this game, including a 2-run single and a single. So we'll see if Gorham gets an opportunity to hit, or if they'll put him aboard. So Braintree's going to put a runner on here for Curtis. Obviously don't want to take a chance with your pitcher on the mound. Don't want him to get hurt running the bases. But Curtis very happy to trot off with the base hit. Got to give him credit. Getting up there and hitting the ball. Not easy to get a hit. Doesn't matter what level you're playing at, especially at the high school level when you don't hit very often. Sure, he does it in practice, but very rarely gets the opportunity in game. And now this one gets away as the base runner delayed, gets off. It's thrown into left field. And if Albertine was there quickly, he would have scored on that. But both base runners do advance. And now an opportunity. I'm a little surprised that Walpole will not put him on here. And they will now with the free base open. So the intentional walk brings the bases loaded. And it gives Kearney a chance. He's 0 for 3. Or make it 0 for 2. He has a walk. And we might see a pitching change as the left-hander is still warming. Here with the bases juiced, Braintree with a 1-run lead. have not seen a call towards the bullpen. He's going to stay in this game. So Conroy remaining in the game. He's allowed the go-ahead run to score. And Braintree now with an opportunity to add to it, give themselves a little bit of a cushion. Nothing has been safe here in this game on either side. Braintree had a 3-run lead, so did Walpole. And now Braintree leads by 1. With the bases loaded for Kearney. Strikeout, a pop-up, and a walk. And the pitch is down low. Certainly don't want to help out the pitcher here. He's already walked 2 in the inning, 1 intentionally. 2 hits, 2 walks, and a run for Braintree here in the inning. And that one missed outside. Nowhere to put him. Bases juiced, 2-0 the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Braintree with a 1-run lead. And that one low. And there's nowhere to put him. And the pitcher still continuing to warm. Presumably, this might be the final hitter he sees. Kearney's got to be smart here with a 3-0 count. Not looking to swing. And that is a called strike. I'd be taking 2 here if I'm Kearney. Got to make him throw strikes. Don't want to help him out. And the 3-1 on the way, and he does go after, and he pops it up on the infield. As the first baseman ranging and makes the catch with a late lunge. As Kearney does not deliver here in a big spot. Goes after that pitch, and Braintree leaves them loaded. A big spot here in this game as the Wamps do score the go-ahead run. And a 7-6 lead as we head to the 6th. Top half of the 6th inning as Curtis winds and fires, and he missed inside, and the first pitch actually was called a balk, so it was a first pitch ball. Now it's 2-0 as this one is hit to the middle of the infield and caught in the air by Gorham. So a line out here to begin the inning. At top of the order, Finkelstein retired for the 2nd time. He's 2 for 4. Pitch on the way, and that's a close pitch that doesn't go his way. The shortstop, Preto, who is here in the game 1 for 3, takes a strike. Braintree holding on to a 1-run lead. 7-6 is the advantage, and a weak ground ball to its first base. And he's not going to take anything towards the bag, and no contact with the hitter. The home plate umpire didn't call it, and he's out at first. The head coach going to come out to try and talk with the umpire, but they are not going to overturn this. So a 2nd out. One would assume, though, that it is true with what assistant coach Dave Wall had said, that if the ball did make contact with him, that's the reason he would not have run. The only reason why, I mean, no other reason unless he was injured, which wasn't the case. As this is a half-hearted swing back to the mound, and Curtis the throw to first, and 3 quick outs here in the 6th inning. As the Braintree Bats will have an opportunity to add on to a slim 7-6 lead when we return. Bottom 6, first pitch, and this one upstairs and inside. So Braintree with a 1-run lead batting here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be their middle of their order. 3, 4, and 5 here in the inning. Trying to give a little extra cushion to Curtis, who presumably will finish off the 7th inning. Charon with a 2-run single is also grounded out and popped up, both in the direction of shortstop. And the pitch is upstairs, no swing. We saw some action up earlier, and we might see some more stirring. Braintree looking to hold on here at home. As the pitch on the way, and this one is hit a mile high and foul. Got underneath that one. He certainly has the capability to take this one out of the yard, but certainly got underneath that ball and obviously need to put that ball in play. But Braintree would love nothing more than to add at least one more on here in this 6th inning. Off-speed pitch, and this one drilled to left field. That's a fair ball. That's going to get down into the gap, and Sharon finds that left field gap again. He loves that spot out in the outfield, and that's going to be his 2nd hit of the game. So it brings up DiMartino, and Braintree has a base runner in scoring position with nobody out. And DiMartino, who had such a miraculous catch a couple games ago against Weymouth in center field, now trying to do it with the bat. And he is sacrificing, and he gets the bunt down. Nice bunt in front of the plate. Base runner gets to 3rd, and that is the out made. So DiMartino gets the job done on the sacrifice. And Braintree now has another insurance run standing just 90 feet away. So it'll bring up Surrett, who's had a nice day at the plate. And the question here for Walpole is, do you put the runner on? And they might try that, but they're going to first call timeout. And the coach is going to have a meeting at the mound. Have not seen the signal yet, but this might be it. Base runner at 3rd for Braintree, here with one out in the bottom half of the 6th. As Braintree looking for a big win here in a Bay State Conference matchup. Here against rival Walpole. Braintree lost a tough one earlier in the season down there by a single run, and now trying to take one by a single run here at home, and the pitching change has been made. As the relief pitcher going to come in, it's going to be a left-hander coming out of the bullpen. As Braintree, a 7-6 lead and a pitching change with a runner at 3rd, one out. We'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Inning continuing as the pitch is out of play. Nice foul by Surrett, who comes in on the first pitch that he sees from the reliever, Newhall. As the left-hander winds, and he finds the zone. Right now, if you are Surrett, you got to put the ball in play here with just one out. Put the ball in play and score that run from 3rd. As the pitch on the way, ground ball, middle of the infield, that's going to get the run home. Here's the throw to first, it's low and dug out, and he gets the run home. So he does exactly what you have to do. Just talked about it, putting the ball in play, and that brings home the run. So Surrett didn't necessarily hit the ball all that hard, but he hit the ball middle of the infield, which is the deepest part that they were playing. And Braintree gets a big insurance run to go up by 2. No lead has been safe here today. Big swing and a miss from Fitzy as Fitzgerald hits here. He had a sacrifice last time, has also singled twice, so he's 2 for 3. And the pitch, and a big swing and a miss. He's got the home run power. He's going after that pitch, looking to make it a 9-6 game here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. As the left-hander ready, and the pitch is inside. That pitch to Fitzgerald is outside. So the base is clear now. As the lefty is ready, and he strikes him out on a pitch down and away. As Fitzgerald strikes out to end the frame. But Braintree gets a big insurance run here in the 6th on the RBI from Surrett as we head to the 7th and final frame. Braintree 8, Walpole 6. Top half of the 7th, and the first pitch, that's a strike. So Braintree looking for the final 3 outs here of this game with a 2-run lead. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the inning. As the pitch on the way to Olds is low. Curtis gets a pop up, but this one's going to head into the stands. So he's got 2 strikes. Curtis has fanned 5 since coming in relief as he winds and fires, and this one's spoiled out of play. Important first out here. Got to focus in if you're Curtis. Braintree does not want to allow a base runner here, and he's going to get him on a foul tip held on to by the catcher. Second time he has fanned here today. And 6 Ks now for Curtis out of the bullpen. As it brings up the first baseman, Janowitz, who takes the pitch outside. RBI hit, he's walked and also flied out, so he's 1 for 2 here today. As the pitch is a called strike, back to that same spot, this time gets the call. Defense back all the way around on the infield, straight up in the outfield. As the right-hander gets ready. And a good pitch. This is the right side, a nice high hop. The pitcher will cover, and there's 2 down. Fitzgerald got a nice high hop, that one right up to him. Right up around his letters, makes the play. And 2 very quick outs here in the 7th. So we'll take something here from Blakely if this game's to continue. As the pitch is cut on and missed, and another fastball by him. So an opportunity for Braintree to take a split here of the season series with Walpole. Losing a 1-run game on the road, looking to win one here by 2 at home. As the right-hander ready, and that just missed on a close pitch. Curtis, and a half-hearted swing. This one out towards center field. Long run, and DiMartino can't track it as that one drops in front of him, and the game continues. So a flare of a hit, but it finds its way into center field. Just a little bit more carry, and DiMartino makes that catch, but this game continues, and it looks like we're going to see a pinch hitter, or at least a pinch runner at first. As Keys will run at first. So Braintree holding the 2-run advantage. A runner on. And now it takes something from Walsh. As this one is hit towards shortstop and caught. Oh, what a nice play by Gorham to end the ball game. Ranging to his right, takes away a hit, and Braintree secures the win. Here at home, 8-6 on a nice play by the Braintree shortstop. And on senior night, Braintree with a 8-6 win here at home to get their 13th win of the season, to go along with 5 losses. And a big win here as Braintree moves towards postseason aspirations. Walpole with a tough loss here on the road. Their 8th loss now on the season, and Braintree with a nice win here today. Big story was the pitching of Curtis, who ends up getting the win in relief, going 4 innings, as Braintree gets the go-ahead run late in the game on an RBI hit in the 5th inning by Aubertine, as that was the difference in this game. Braintree adds 1 in the 6th on the hit by Surrett, and Braintree with the 2-run win here today, splitting the season series with Walpole. 8-6 the final, as we had a good game on our hands here between 2 rivals, Braintree and Walpole. Another good game between these 2 teams that know each other well. That'll conclude our coverage. Thanks for watching here on BCAM TV. I'm Mike Wassel. On behalf of Christine Patterson, our camera person, we'll see you next time.